But honestly, if Bibi and if the Palestinians, if Israel and the Palestinians are happy.
Nikki Haley saying something a little different.
First of all, two-state solution is what we support. Anybody that wants to say the United States doesn't support two-state solution, that would be an error.
Yeah, she should probably talk to Trump,
She
right?
should. Right. I mean, this played out in a pretty amazing way over a couple of days, where you had a senior administration official first brief reporters ahead of the Netanyahu visit and float this prospect of moving away from the two-state solution. The next morning, White House officials were backing away quickly from the idea of a one-state solution. Trump comes out and says, hey, I could do this. I think it's really important when you are looking not just at this issue, but so many of these issues, to throw out these ideas of a major shift in policy with no detail to back up where you are. The concept of a one-state solution, first, it's really difficult to imagine that the Palestinians would ever agree to a deal that had a one state. Two, what would that look like? What does that mean? To have these really provocative stances come out with no detail behind them, I think is really troubling for people in the U.S., but also our partners around the world.
And it suggests that this lack of leadership at the National Security Council and this with a well-running National Security Council, you would have a long process that leads you to a policy pronouncement such as the one just completely off the cuff, changing almost 2 decades of American policy towards the Middle East, because there's no process in place to get the words out of his mouth with precision.
And one of the things we see into that gap is a lot of confusion international. Here was Sergei Lavrov speaking about essentially an emboldened Russia.
We can see a post-Cold War order has come to the end. The world has not become democratization of the Middle East, but not only there. The extension of NATO.
Manu, this is what people like McCain and Lindsey Graham fear.
Yeah, they do. And they're actually pushing legislation that would actually give Congress a veto power, give it check over the White House if it were to move in the idea of loosening, easing those sanctions on Russia. Right now, the Republican leadership in Congress is not saying that they're going to schedule a vote on that issue. But if Trump were to start to move towards that direction of easing sanctions unilaterally, particularly before Russia pulling out of Crimea, this could prompt a major battle within Congress. The question is, does Trump want to do it, or does he listen to someone like Mike Pence, who clearly is uneasy about that prospect?
The other thing here is the relations with Russia. And there's a new issue when there needs to be perhaps a new foreign policy of dealing with a country. That's an open question because they're still dealing with things that have existed for quite a while, and there's just a lot of uncertainty.
There is no Trump doctrine that seems to be emerging just yet. Up next, President Trump's top pick for national security advisor says no. So who's on the short list now?
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to your rheumatologist about a medication, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. Humira has been clinically studied for over 18 years. Humira works by targeting and helping to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms. It's proven to help relieve pain and stop further joint damage in many adults.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at work.